Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another holiday countdown tutorial. In this video, we are going super simple and classic. We're going to do a full vinyl wrap using some Flynn Sisters Supply Shop vinyl, and then we're going to do a glitter waterfall from the bottom. Just really classic, simple, beautiful Christmas. I really hope you all enjoy this video. As always, if you do, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and let me know what you think of this design down below in the comments. Be sure to check out the description box for all of the information you'll need if you want anything that I used in this video. If you want to know what all my discount codes are, you can shop my website, you can join my Facebook group, you can join my elite group. All of that will be down below in the description box. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's go. We're going to use a 40-ounce skinny straight tumbler for this design, and we're going to do a full vinyl wrap here. I'm going to use this really pretty vintage Christmas vinyl. This is from Flynn Sisters Supply Shop. The name of the pattern is Rum Cake, and I'm going to preface this whole video by saying that I do not like how this tumbler came out. So as we go, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and changes that you can make along the way so that when you remake this design, you can make a cup that you're happy with. So the first thing that I did a full wrap on this tumbler, and with the waterfall glitter technique that we're going to do, you don't need to do a full wrap. So depending on how high you want your glitter to come up with your waterfall, you will just bring your vinyl up that far and you'll leave the stainless down at the bottom so you don't waste vinyl. In my mind, I was thinking I was going to do a really small glitter waterfall, so I would need a full vinyl wrap, and you'll see in the end that I did not do a small waterfall. But anyway, just move your vinyl up as much as you need to make sure that you're not covering all of your vinyl with your glitter, if that makes sense. So I trimmed off all of the white edges from my vinyl, and I used a piece of painter's tape to secure my vinyl down to my cup while the backing was still on, made sure everything was lined up correctly, and now I'm going to apply the wrap to my tumbler. So I'm going to peel away a little bit of the backing, and I'm going to stick that little sliver of adhesive down first, and then double check to make sure everything is lined up again, and then I'll start to apply the vinyl to the tumbler. So as you saw there, using my big squeegee, I'm just pushing the vinyl onto the cup, pushing the backing away as I go, and then before I get to the point where I'm going to overlap my vinyl over my painter's tape, I just remove that painter's tape. And once my vinyl has met at the back, I'm going to evaluate where I want to cut off the excess. Now, this is a really busy pattern, so you can kind of just cut around the shapes. You can just go willy-nilly here, and your seam is going to be really well camouflaged because the pattern is so busy and there's so much going on. You're not going to really see that there's a seam there. So I just did my little wavy line thing, pulled off that excess vinyl, and then we've got a seam that you really can't see. Now for the top rim of the tumbler, I'm going to finish it the same way I always do. I'm going to pull the vinyl tightly up over that top rim, sometimes a little too tightly, and then I'm going to take my craft knife and just run it along that top edge of the tumbler to get rid of all of that excess vinyl. And then I'll take my knife again at a 45-degree angle, and I'll try and shave off any excess pieces of vinyl that are hanging out up there that shouldn't be up there, because remember, we want to have a very thin line of stainless steel when we apply our epoxy or our final layers of epoxy to form that final seal and make sure we don't have any issues with that. So I'm going very slowly here, as you can see, just cutting off the excess vinyl, and once we're done with that, we can move on to our next step. So once the vinyl was applied, I added 2 coats of epoxy to the tumbler. You can ignore this glittered bottom, don't pay attention to that. I forgot what I was doing. So I'm going to do my glitter waterfall now, and I'm going to use Mod Podge here. You can use any glitter adhesive that you want. You can use the epoxy method, you can use glitter glue, whatever you want to use. I was using Mod Podge because I wanted to see if I could accomplish a glitter waterfall with Mod Podge, doing it quickly. So I don't know, personal challenge, I guess. So what I'm going to do is take the Mod Podge and I'm going to brush a thin layer all over the tumbler, and I'm going to go almost to the very top because I want the waterfall to flow naturally. And I think that this was a mistake because my waterfall came up way too high on the tumbler and in my opinion covered up way too much of the vinyl. So I would recommend not putting your adhesive so high on your cup. Like maybe put it a little past where you want your glitter to end so you have enough coverage to make that natural waterfall look, but don't bring it up so high that your glitter just continues to travel up your cup. Like you'll see that happens to me. We're going to do a red glitter waterfall on our tumbler, so I'm going to start with my chunky red. This is Netflix and Chill from Peachy Olive Glitters, and I'm going to go in pretty lightly with this glitter. Now, my initial goal was to have maybe like the bottom 15% of the cup to be covered. So right about where the glitter is ending there is where I wanted the entire waterfall to end. But I think I just got a little carried away in trying to get the coverage perfect and the fade perfect that glitter is going to travel almost halfway up the cup. And that's what I don't like about this tumbler. So anyway, we are going to go really lightly here, as you can see with our first round of glittering. You don't need to go full coverage yet. You just want to get a little bit of a rough draft for where your glitter is going to go. So I went really light and then I kind of heavied it up a little bit towards the end, but we're still not going for like super duper perfect full coverage yet. So once I'm done with Netflix and Chill, this is what the cup looks like. And now I'm going to take my fine cut red, which is Sookie, and I'm going to cover the entire bottom, full coverage. And then I'm going to start to fade this color up the cup and go, I would say like medium to heavy coverage. I'm trying to fill in all of these blank spots that are down here at the bottom and then gently fade the fine cut up the cup. Now, another thing I would recommend, because when you do this, remember, you're going to bring your vinyl up and you're going to have blank stainless down at the bottom where you're going to do your waterfall. So I would recommend painting whatever color glitter you're going to use for your waterfall, doing that spray paint, and then only using a chunky glitter. I think the fine cut kind of makes the fade a little bit harder to achieve when you're not blending with another color. And I just kept bringing the glitter further and further up the cup to like make it look more blended. So that's what I would do. Maybe I'll have to like redo this technique again and like make it the way that I wanted to make it. This is like my first run at it, and then maybe I need to like do another video down the road and make it better. Tell me what you guys think if you want to see me implement my own mistake fixing tips. Anyway, once that glitter was on and dry, I brushed off the excess and then added my final 2 coats of epoxy, and that's it. This design is done. I will admit it's going straight in my strip pile, and I am going to attempt this design again. Let me know if you want to see that on YouTube, or if you should just let me do it by myself on my own. Anyway, of course, let me know what you think of the design idea, maybe down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, I will see you guys tomorrow for another tumbler tutorial, and I promise that one is not a disaster. Okay, I'll see you guys then. Love you. Bye.